Vola anguela o veteronugu, ako itabua. Ako do talitay na barong na Bula FM, nambando na sir.
Bula, alang gono ilutoka do talita ka ng Bula FM berarti ni nambando na sir.
Ni Bula binaka, nanregen go sa Bula FM nga. Na kasi.
Nalang go sa mundo atibyo ng Bula FM nambando na sir nusur.
Ni Bula binaka, nalang go Jerry, yang melambasa. Do barong na Bula FM, nambando.
Bula FM, nambando na sir.
In the news tonight, single-use plastic ban hits at midnight. Police to question those who ignored warnings. And rent freeze extended for another year.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Amrita Sagar.
The ban of the manufacture, sale and supply of single-use plastic bags will be effective from tomorrow. The ban is seen as a step in the right direction towards achieving a plastic-free environment that will help Fiji's tourism industry. Koroy Tandulala reports.
Fijians have been urged to add the ban on single-use plastic bags to their New Year resolutions.
So tomorrow is 1 January. This is when the plastic bag ban comes into effect. So every new year we all make resolutions. So let us all make a resolution that we will not use plastic bags from 1 January. Let us be resolute about it. Let us be part of the solution.
The heavy penalties for manufacturing, selling and supplying of single-use plastic bags is seen as a deterrent by the Fiji Revenue and Customs Service.
People have been asking the questions, what would be the penalty if people continue to do that? For manufacturing, the penalty is $500,000 or 7 years imprisonment. For sale of plastic, is a $150,000 penalty.
Climate justice activist Laveta Nalangi Seru says more has to be achieved.
Commend the government for taking this initiative. From next year, January 2021, we see that there will be a ban in styrofoam and micro, plastic straws. These are really commendable actions.
With the ban to be enforced tomorrow, some women's groups are already taking initiatives to help in the transition process.
Classic example is the work done by Bar Women's Forum. They're making cloth bags. They recently commissioned their training facility, and of course they have this solution of making cloth bags. And I think this is something that needs to become mainstream.
Prakash says manufacturers are already in the transition process, resorting to the production of paper bags or the reusable bags like these, as we will soon be phasing out the single-use plastic bag from tomorrow. Koray Tandulala, FBC News.
The police will be taking a few Fijians caught disregarding lawful advisories given during Tropical Cyclone Sarai in for questioning. Acting Police Commissioner Rusiata Tunravu has confirmed the captain and the owner of the boat reported missing in Lautoka will also be questioned. The man was reported missing during the passage of TC Sarai on Saturday. He is believed to have left Lautoka in his fiberglass boat during heavy rain and strong winds and failed to reach his destination of Saweni on time. Tundravu says they'll also question parents of those children who were swimming in the flooded rivers.
And also there's an incident up in upper Wainimala area where the driver intended to cross a flooded river at that point in time. Our police officers will be getting these people in for interview.
Tundravu says if there are elements proving anyone disobeyed the cyclone caution advisories, then action will be taken against them. 2 people died and 3 were injured in the wake of Tropical Cyclone Sarai. The latest information from the National Disaster Management Office states a 71-year-old man from Ramasi Tavua sustained injuries from a flying roofing iron during a funeral gathering at Garampani. He is currently under observation at the Tavua Hospital. The second incident involved the Turangani Koro from Vunisei Rewa who was injured in the washout at Mataso crossing. Over the weekend, the NDMO confirmed that a 15-year-old boy was injured by a falling tree at Cunningham in Suva. As reported earlier, an 18-year-old student drowned while swimming with his friends in the Bainamnamu waters in Kandavu, and a man in his late 40s from Neitasiri died after being swept away by strong currents. Meanwhile, 18 evacuation centers remain active, with 392 people taking shelter across the 2 divisions. The centers in the eastern and northern divisions are now closed. The Health Ministry will work to ensure schools that were used as evacuation centres during TC Sarai are cleaned and fumigated before school starts. This as there are risks of communicable diseases following any natural disaster, and the ministry is advising affected Fijians to clean their compounds. Kelly Vidala reports.
Following Tropical Cyclone Sarai, health teams have been deployed to various evacuation centres to ensure everyone is okay.
Making sure that the evacuation centres that have been cleared, are fumigated and also sprayed, so that when the students actually come and use it again, it's actually clean. The process that we have within NDMO, which includes health, is before they actually go back from the evacuation centres back into the communities, our teams actually go and survey the communities, make sure that they are habitable in a sense.
Health Minister Dr. Feremi Wanganembete says they need public support to clean up areas affected by the cyclone.
I think it's a natural thing in the communities that once a cyclone is passed, everybody gets into a clean-up campaign type of mode. And I think as a Minister of Health, we really advise for that.
NDMO Director Vasiti Soko says one of the government's priorities is ensuring evacuees return to a safe home.
Evacuees should also be in the process of moving out of the evacuation centre, but the Ministry of Health and the Divisional Commissioners as well as the police are also going to the evacuees' homes to ensure that they're returning to a safe home.
Public health teams are on the ground inspecting the communities affected and will be deployed to maritime areas when given clearance. Kelly Vadala, FBC News.
The rent freeze on residential and ground rents has been extended to the end of next year. Fijian Competition and Consumer Commission Acting Chief Executive Senikavika Chiuta says the extension covers the period of 1st January 2020 to 31st December 2020. She says the landlords must not charge rent for letting or continued letting of any premises under residential tenancy, including ground rent, in excess of the rental applicable to the same premises in 2019. Senikavika says any increase in rent from the period of 2nd March 2007 and 31st December 2020 will be deemed illegal. Penalties of up to $50,000 or a custodial sentence of up to 10 years or both apply to those who break the rule. For corporate bodies, the fine is up to a maximum of $250,000. Up ahead, farmers share TC Sarai loss. And shoppers prepare for the new year. Details after the break.
Hi, Bula. I'm Selai from Nandi. I love Gold FM. Only the classic hits.
Hi, my name is Sotiama here in Ba. We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, I'm Miri. I'm from Lotoka and I love Gold FM because they play all my classic hits.
Hi, my name is Fiona from Tavua and I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, I'm Ini from Raki Raki. I love Gold FM.
Over 70 Yangona farms in Nassau Kandavu sustained severe damage as the island suffered the brunt of Tropical Cyclone Sarai last Saturday. Damingele farmer Mitieli Bulunauda says many new plants were destroyed due to the strong winds. Senian Imboila reports.
This is what is left of the Yangona farms, causing thousands of dollars of losses to the farmers who rely solely on its sale for income.
Our Yangona farms were severely affected by Cyclone Sarai. Some are ready for harvest, especially for parents that prepare for back to school. It's now all ruined.
The farmers took precaution, but it comes at a cost.
We had no other option but to uproot them and sell them at a very cheap price.
The relevant ministries are yet to make assessments on the extent of damage caused by TC Sarai.
Initial assessments, we need to talk to our civil servants that are on the ground in Kandavu. We have good access. School teachers, Rocos or whoever is there, health center nurses, Turani Koros, to get some information back on them so that we can then make a thorough assessment when we do go out of what we need to take and what we need to provide to the people that need to.
Kandavu Island felt the full brunt of the Category 2 system from Saturday night into Sunday morning. A number of houses on the island were also damaged. Sainian Imboila, FBC News.
Dalo farmers in the village of Sawani, Netasiri, are still trying to come to terms with the devastating impact of Fiji Sarai. FBC News caught up with some of the farmers who spoke about the struggle they will face in the coming months. Ali Kimbia with the story.
This village is situated on the banks of the Sawani River, and rising floodwaters over the weekend had affected the farms badly.
We are badly affected, and it's the worst that has happened to the farmers. The rising floodwaters damage all the root crops on the other side of the river.
The damage caused by Fiji Sarai is upsetting, as some farmers were looking forward to harvest.
I felt sorry for the farmers who wants to harvest ndalo for back-to-school shopping. Now it's going to be a huge struggle as they will try and find other source of income.
Flooding is common in this area, and farmers are now looking at alternative farmland.
Sometimes we used to have a plan B, and that is to farm on the other side of the river, because when there's rising floodwaters, it will not affect us.
There were about 5 farmers that were impacted by flooding caused by Fiji Sarai here in the village of Sawani. An estimated cost of a loss to a farmer could be over $5,000, and that is the money that they rely on for New Year's celebration and back-to-school shopping. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
Friends and family of Iluatao, the biker who died in a road accident at the Udiwai Junction in Nandi 2 weeks ago, said their final goodbyes. The Fiji Motorcycle Association family was present in Nandi as the hour was laid to rest. His body was escorted by his fellow riders from the Lautoka Hospital. Bikers from around Nandi also gathered at the Nadovi Cemetery to bid their farewell.
As motorcyclists, we can only beg, like we've begged so many times. Look twice, save a life. That's really all we can ask. We can always ask everybody to exercise caution, exercise vigilance, exercise more consideration on the roads. You know, the road is for all road users.
As 2019 comes to an end for many Fijians today, it was about back-to-school shopping for another academic term and a last-minute rush to the supermarkets. FBC News visited the streets of Suva only to find out that many are anticipating the new year with loved ones and friends, with all sorts of festivities planned for tomorrow. Kritika Kumar reports.
Fijians have geared up for the New Year's celebrations and are excited about it being a leap year.
This New Year is going to be a special one for me because I am going to spend it with my family.
For some, the public holiday will be a family day and an opportune time to relax.
My family has come from the island, so I will stay with them, and also I will stay with my children.
I will be traveling to the west and will cook for my family and spend the whole day with them.
While some were in the festive mood, others worked on their budgets as the new school year will begin in 2 weeks.
Today is a very busy day. Like today I came for my shopping for my granddaughter. She'll be going to school for next year class 2. So it's not very busy, but it's hopefully this year is a good year for everybody to do shopping for the school fest.
We plan to do the shopping now because it might be busy next year before school begins.
The police force, on the other hand, is warning Fijians to enjoy the new year responsibly.
All our capabilities will be on the ground. Even our canine dog handlers also will be on standby, and they will be there out in numbers in our snap and static roadblocks, just to for the safety of the people.
Today is the last day of 2019, and many have already made their resolution, which is a tradition where some promise to improve their lives by setting goals. Now, whether those goals are met is a question that remains to be answered. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
Fijian Broadcasting Corporation's radio station Mirchi FM has started airing programs in Fiji Hindi from today. Radio Programs Manager Shami Lochin says all the programs will be aired in Fiji Hindi, which will make it easier to engage with listeners. Lochin says Fiji will be the first country in the South Pacific to air programs in this language. She says the station will continue playing Bollywood songs, and news will also follow the standard Hindi structure.
So we do not want to lose Fiji Hindi. Of course, in generations to come, we'll speak Fiji Hindi. A time will come, we will be the role model of any country in the world where we have preserved our language, the language our forefathers brought.
Two Cyprus brothers facing money laundering charges have been further remanded. 42-year-old Loizos Pedris and 46-year-old Cleanthis Pedris have been told that the Immigration Act prohibits them from being released. The two had filed for bail, but it was rejected. They each face one count of obtaining property by deception, attempting to obtain property by deception, and possession of property suspected of being proceeds of crime. It is alleged that the two dishonestly obtained $12,500 and tried to obtain $17,900 from the Bank of the South Pacific in December 2017. It is also alleged they had in their possession property suspected of being proceeds of crime valued at more than $200,000. The matter will be recalled on January 13th for mention. And now it's time for business with Kelly.
Thanks, Amrita. Coming up after the break, fuel price change effective tomorrow. And in growing Fiji, challenging years for revenue collection, says FRCS. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Shamiza. And I'm Salma. We're from Nandi and we love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
My name is Rajnita Lata and I'm from Vatulaloba. और हम सब मिर्ची एफएम सुनता है because it's hot.
Hi, my name is Vinita. I'm from Lambasa. I love listening to Mirchi FM. It's number one.
Leading business fuel prices have been reviewed and the changes will come into effect tomorrow. The price of unleaded will increase by 5 cents per litre to $2.23 and the premix price will increase by 6 cents to $2.07 per litre. The price of kerosene drops 2 cents to $1.57 per litre and diesel is down 3 cents at $1.84 per litre. FCCC Acting Chief Executive Senika Vikachuta says prices here are directly impacted by world market prices for both refined oils and LPG. The next fuel price review will be done on February 1st. We now join Gary from HFC with the latest from the stock market.
The Aussie and Kiwi continued to strengthen against the US dollar for the fourth consecutive week. Both currencies rose amid optimism surrounding US-China trade relations. The holiday-shortened week failed to cheer US dollar sentiment surrounding the Phase 1 deal, which pleased Aussie and Kiwi buyers. Also, the Trump administration's not-so-good relations with the Middle East and the Democratic People's Republic of Korea continue to drive the market away from the greenback. The pound sterling rose slightly after the president of the European Union said the EU may need to extend the deadline for Brexit. The UK is set to leave the EU on January 31st, but this will not be the end of the Brexit process. And that's all from HFC Bank for this year. Vinaka, and have a blessed new year.
Vinaka, Gary here. Today's exchange rates as set this morning. The Fiji dollar remained fairly steady on world markets as the Aussie and Kiwi made gains against it. The Sanghamoli rose against the Chinese yuan and the US dollar as well as the Kina and the euro, but dropped slightly against the Japanese yen. Commodities were mixed. Oil prices fell a few cents but remained over $61 per barrel. Gold prices continued to rise at $1,521 and silver closed up at $18.09 per ounce. In growing Fiji, the Fiji Revenue and Customs Service has had to go through some challenging times in 2019 in terms of revenue collection. Chief Executive Vishwanatha says corporate income tax only made 20% of the net profit. Das says most businesses were slowing down from August to December and this impacted revenue collection. He also revealed that there were a few fall-offs and he encourages these businesses to engage with them for assistance.
We are here to help assist taxpayers. If taxpayers have issues, we'd like to encourage them to come and talk to us. Even in terms of their tax payments, cash flow issues, I think we need to engage. They need to engage with us so that we can assist them or come up with plans. How we can be win-win on both sides. Still be tax compliant. But overall, in response to your question, I would say the tax revenues have slowed down.
That's it from Business Tonight. Jamie joins you now with the latest from sports.
Thanks, Kelly, and good evening. Ahead in sports. And volleyball, Fiji in a better place to select team. Listen more coming up.
Zola ngwela o veteranu ako itabua ako do talitay na barong na Bula FM nambando na sir Bula alang gono ilutoka do talita ka ng Bula FM berarti nambando na sir ni Bula binaka nanreke ngo sa Bula FM nga na kasi nalang go sa mundo atio ng Bula FM nambando na sir nusur ni Bula binaka nalang go Jerry yang melambasa do barong ng Bula FM
Bula FM number 2 and 7.
Collecting 10 yellow cards at the Dubai and Cape Town Sevens has led Fiji Airways men's national sevens coach Gareth Baber to ask some tough questions. Baber says if he feels that a player is not learning from being penalized and is jeopardizing the game, then obviously there must be consequences. Warrior Begum with this report.
Their actions on the field are hurting the team. We call it ill-discipline. You know, it's not as if players are going around hurting people or maiming people. But others, obviously, I've challenged in terms of the yellow cards that we've had. I think that the way the boys have grown up playing the game is now, it's now almost more difficult for them to make that transition into what is viewed as World Rugby laws. We do a huge amount of work on it, from hitting them with the stick, if you like, which is punishments. For
Fiji Volleyball Federation President Linganguki Suba says they're now fortunate enough to have a wide pool of players from which they can select for national teams. Nguki Suba says having a good number of players in the system is an advantage as they prepare for the Continental Cup in March.
We're now in a position where we can choose from a pool of players that have continually trained with the team and have been part of beach volleyball and volleyball Fiji for the past few years.
The Continental Cup in New Zealand is also a qualification round for the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. It will be a good start to 2020 for Juventus star Cristiano Ronaldo, who has bagged the Best Men's Player of the Year at the Dubai Globe Football Awards. Credited as the man who changed offensive rugby, All Blacks lock Brodie Retallick has taken a break from New Zealand rugby and signed a short-term deal with the Japanese Kobe Steelers. The Black Caps have turned to a bowler who made his name at the Sydney Cricket Ground to try to inject some penetration into the attack for the third test. Off-spinner Will Somerville was a proven wicket-taker during his time in Sydney and can't wait to get after his former New South Wales teammates. We look at some action from the NFL in today's Play of the Day, and it's San Francisco 49ers Deebo Samuel putting the Seahawks defense through the spin cycle. That's it from sports tonight. Apinisa joins you again later with weather, and in Weird and Wonderful, check out handmade realistic horse hooves for humans. That's coming up.
रहता है हमारा नाम उमेश कुमार हम रहता है लेबू और रेडियो फीजी में हरदम सुनता है बहुत पुराना गाना लगे और बहुत रोज सुनता है बहुत अच्छा लगे हमको
उमेश चंद्रा और कांता चंद्रा हमारा वाइफ है हम लोग रेडियो फीजी 2 बहुत सुंदर से सुनता है बहुत अच्छा प्रोग्राम नंबर 1 रेडियो
कुमार स्वामी नायक है गोंगवा लेबू लटोका रेडियो फीजी 2 में पुराना गाना लगे हमें बहुत अच्छा लगे कुमार
In new media, WhatsApp is the single most popular messaging app in the world. An estimated 1.5 billion people per month use it worldwide, but in the US, people don't use it. And now we join Apinisa for the last weather update of the year.
Thank you, Amrita. The last day of the decade has seen Fiji Sarai move well off to the southeast and taking with it the rain and gusty winds of the past few days. Looking to the west, they had light scattered clouds with occasional sunny breaks. Eastwards from Peck Harbour to Suva, overcast skies and misty showers gave way to some afternoon sunshine. And up north, clear skies and sunshine in Lambasa as Sabu Sabu saw sunshine and showers. At sea, Strong southerly winds of 20 to 25 knots have generated high seas. For the tides, the next high tide at 11:19 tonight, followed by low tide at 5:48 a.m. tomorrow morning. Sunrise will be at 6:32. For the first day of the next decade in Fiji, expect fairly clear skies with the usual chance of scattered showers along eastern shores. Looking ahead to Thursday, pretty much the same. And that's all from the Weather World. I'm Rita.
Thank you, Apanisa. In Fijian Pulse, we asked, what is your New Year's resolution?
My New Year's resolution is to work hard in my farm and at the same time reap the fruit of my hard work. And I have to ensure that I continue my strong faith in the Lord.
My New Year's resolution would be to dedicate my life back to God and family, spend more time with family.
New Year's resolution is to stop drinking alcohol.
My resolution is to continue working hard and also to improve on how I look after my family.
Next year, I just want to focus on passing my exams.
In the world of the weird and the wonderful, a 30-year-old woman is the queen of the hoof empire. She designs custom fantasy footwear to create fashion for cosplayers, LARPers and fetish play. Recapping the main story, single-use plastic ban hits at midnight. Police to question those who ignored warnings. And rent freeze extended for another year. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. On to our poll question segment. This week we're asking, should police arrest people who don't adhere to weather advisories? You can visit our FBC website to answer. On to our shot of the day. Field marigold in full bloom, unbothered by the strong ocean breeze on a gloomy New Year's Eve, sent in by Koroi Tandulala. You can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page FBC News, or you can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply hashtag FBC News. That's your FBC News for tonight. Stay safe, Mother Mother.
Hi, I'm Shamiza. And I'm Salma. We're from Nandi and we love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
My name is Rajnita Lata and I'm from Vatula और हम सब मिर्ची FM सुनता है because it's hot.
Hi, my name is Vinita. I'm from Lambasa. I love listening to Mirchi FM. It's number one.
हमारा नाम सागर रेड्डी है. हम लोग स्कूल में, हम लोग घर में और कहीं भी रहता हम लोग कल मिर्ची FM सुनता. गोल्ड टाउन तावा में मिर्ची FM दागो मामा.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.